Hello, fellow Gypsy. Nice cart you got there. There's method to my madness. I promise. Yes, I've used an old window shutter as a seat back. The plan is to have optional cushions. There's just something about these that I really like. I've actually had them for a very long time. And it was in my original plan that one day in the dream log cabin that I would build, that I would do a couple of saloon style doors into the kitchen. And I thought these just look great, second hand from a shop. And I'll just clear stain them as is. They don't need to be looking new or anything like that. And even now they can just do with a clear stain. But the Gypsy Wagon is my reality. The future log cabin is almost unattainable. So I might as well use them. I still like it, it looks cool. That thunder is getting closer. The wind's picking up. Clouds are getting darker. I think it might rain on my washing. I suppose I better get it in. Damn flies. I don't mind the look of it so far. As you can see, I've utilised the panels down below, and of course I've done the crazy idea of putting this window shutter as a backing. Just feels like the back of any chair. Only one problem is I've had the cushioning for these for quite a while, and what I did was I just got these pretty much outdoor cushions. One lot of singles and one lot of extra long, because I was going with the idea that I'd have a full long one here and a single over there. I'm toying with the idea of going just a little bit wider again over on the other side. Unfortunately, these dimensions are slightly wider than the longer one that I bought. I didn't even clock it visually that this one was less in width. So when it sits on top and goes to the back, now the board sticks out. So when you sit, the cushion's not slightly overhanging the board, which is still not an issue because your legs are still far forward anyway. I also bought a potential backing cushions, and I grabbed a different colour just for the hell of it. So basically that could go in there, and that can simply go up against that, slightly overhanging the timber. It does shorten your seating platform a little bit. It's not like you can lean back in any great way. With the backing it does feel restrictive. Feels like I don't have much under my butt. But here I lean back a little bit into the back there, so otherwise you could just grab a random single cushion if you ever need to and just whack it behind you or something like that. Or I find something thinner, not as thick for the back. That's probably an idea. You hear that fly? Well, the one thing about these windows, well, being the wind out style or the push out style, it's a very hard thing to fit a fly screen to. You can't put it on the outside obviously, and you can't really fit it permanently on the inside because it interferes with winding the window in and out. So I had to get to thinking about that. So the first thing was I needed a winder that stayed inside the frame area, didn't poke out to the inside of the room. I then put this backing on. This backing could have been anything, but I've obviously gone with the old looking rustic shutters. I'm loving this more all the time anyway. I like this choice. And then I fixed them directly to the architrave, which is around about 12mm thick. And so they're directly fixed to that, which left obviously a 12mm thick wide space between this and the frame. And then of course I was able to go ahead and make up my fly screens. You'll see this little tab here. And so now for those pesky flies, I can slide up the fly screen. I have these little push pins which push into a hole. Insect-free living. And of course when you want to adjust the window, close it, whatever, just pull the pins out. Make sure you don't pull them all the way out. Slide her on down and out of the way. I gotta admit I'm a little bit chuffed with that solution. Took me a while to work it out. So the screen frame I made just a little bit longer than the window, so when it's fully up, it's the bottom metal frame edge, you can't see, it's just below the window frame. But a simple piece of timber across the back down below stops it from going to the floor, and so that's down hard there now. Once you're in there, that's not going any further down because of that timber. So there you go, fly screen. Beat that, mozzies. So obviously there'll be one on either window. I was looking at retractable fly screen type technology stuff that you'll see in you know, high-end camper vans and stuff like that. but also for the residential industry. But boy, are they expensive. They hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So that's just was totally out of the question, and I literally had to come up with my own idea. But I thought it was brilliant. So first time with a seat. Here's my table, which hasn't got the cover over it at the moment. Of course, you've seen that I've curved the other side to make easier access into that seat around the wood fire. There's a few things on the table at the moment, but let's see if I can just gently... That's as far as I want to go for now. Really comfortable, very spacey for a tight space. Easy to eat off, easy to do the computer or edit videos, that kind of thing. That's if I'm going to live in this, of course. It's not really in the plans to shift out of what I live in now to this, although it could work. And so with this extra long cushion at the moment, which is in the way, once that's down flat, I've got all that space to easily hop out of here, easily hop back in, sit back and watch the gypsy world go by. Hello fellow gypsy, nice cart you got there. I think the base of my seat I'm happy with. I like the look of the old panels. I don't know why, but I just love this old faded window shutter. So that took a while. I better get on to building the other seat. And of course that's got to incorporate a fireproofed wall on the wood heater side. So there's going to be a little bit of thought processing going into that one. Gee, there's a lot to do. Every time I start thinking about it. Anyway, when I've completed these seats, I will try to set up, clean the place out of junk, and try to set up a wider angle to at least try and get a better perspective of everything that's in here. So just remember that I'm working in a space $1,800mm or 6 foot by approximately 1,700mm or what, 5 3/4 feet? I don't know. Fitting all of this into here and making it look tidy and spacious at the same time. I practically spent all day yesterday just sitting here looking and thinking, trying to devise a method to do this. That's what it takes sometimes. You just got to sit there and think and stare. Sometimes with a blank face and literally no thoughts going on in your head. And then you snap out of it and go, where were you? So here's my solution for the back window. It took me an extraordinary amount of time to work out something very simple. It doesn't look pretty, but I don't care, it's highly functional. And it should keep the flies and the mozzies out. Tiny little hinges either end. And then just a couple of classic fly screen holders, twist holders. So basically from in here you just turn that one that way, turn that one that way, let the fly screen drop. And then I literally just made this up out of bits and pieces using a bit of steel, where I can just turn this lever, push the window out, pull the window back up, into a little catch that I screwed from the outside into this timber. Now that means the window is not closing right up against this timber. However, it doesn't anyway, because it tends to get stuck and hit this first. I can pull it in a little bit more, but it stopped the draft, and I think it's good enough. And then you just whack your fly screen back up, which is fitted nice and tight and pretty firm against that wall. No flies can get in, I know that. So if I want airflow, pop that out. Of which there's a pretty decent wind happening at the moment, and it's just slowed down a little bit. But already there's a great breeze coming in through there. But no flies or mozzies. I guess I better find a flue for that thing.